So, Inzoi's out. It's been out for a while, and I have played it. Now, I'm not sure if I said this in my last video, but I have very little experience with the game genre, which means that my expectations going into it were more or less non-existent. So, what is there to really say about this? Well, for one, I did get a little tiny bit of context. Actually, just here recently. As I was working on some other projects, Mint Phantom was actually streaming The Sims 2. So I had that on in the background to sort of figure out, because during the stream, when I was streaming Inzoi, I did ask about The Sims in a couple of different times, but I had a difficult time grasping the concept of what you could and couldn't do, or what was and wasn't supposed to be happening. So, just, a couple of comments from a few chatters wasn't enough to give me a good enough idea as to anything, really. But from just my experience playing the game with absolutely no context, I can say confidently that it was very boring, very mundane, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, especially for somebody who doesn't have any context about this genre. But I was expecting things to be a bit more chaotic. In no particular way, shape, or form, but just chaos. Those are the things that generate the funny moments that I imagine brought people into what made The Sims popular. None of that really happened. I mean, it really did feel like just playing through a slice of life simulator. And at first I was thinking that this was my fault, because the game did everything that it could possibly do to emphasize family, and wanted me to create multiple characters, which I just didn't want to do. I just wanted to do one character and see how that went. During my time playing, I was thinking to myself, well, maybe all of those chaotic and funny moments happen if you make an additional character, or have a family of characters that are in the same area. And because I didn't do that, that's why things were just so plain. And there might be some truth to that, and I might be completely off base. I'll have to watch some other people play Inzoi, but for comparison, Mint, like I said, booted up The Sims 2, and immediately, upon picking a town that is supposed to be very weird and strange, they're visited by different random phenomenon and aliens. A male sim who was generated, she didn't create this character, but a male sim was immediately impregnated by an alien, and then she fast forwarded a little bit of time and then promptly gave birth to a green alien baby, female, that she named after herself. And this is in just the first few moments of her starting the stream. And it's already completely off the rails, wacky, what the heck is happening type of energy. I didn't get anything that zany out of Inzoi. And, a friend of mine sent me this PC Games article that says Inzoi's director was disappointed the new life game isn't as silly as The Sims is. And he's completely and totally right. Not only did nothing that interesting ever happen, I can't even remember if anything particularly funny happened. Now, I don't know if those are the things that actually make these games fun, but I mean, what few moments of Silvervale playing Inzoi I was able to catch, she was the crazy one. Don't get me wrong, I love Silver, but her catching a boy and making a zoo exhibit in her house with him trapped inside with no toilet was probably the wackiest thing I had seen associated with this game outside of maybe some intentionally weird characters. So, with all of that being said, I have to wonder, is this game supposed to be weird? And can its somewhat boring nature be entirely pinned on the fact that the game isn't done? Usually I'm the first person to say, well, the game being in early access is no excuse for its quality, and I still stand by that always. But maybe this time they just need more time to add more content or something? I had a few frustrating moments with the game where I was trying to get a job that wasn't fully implemented yet, but the game didn't have any notification or indicator that that wasn't implemented. So I was basically thinking the game was bugged or glitched until I opened up a browser and looked up and found that, yeah, no, that part not done yet. But would them finishing the rest of the careers really bring that wacky chaoticness to the game? I'm not so inclined to believe that. This is stuff that they can, of course, fix somehow. I mean, simply adding something like natural disasters would be interesting enough, but I think something about the way that they're developing this tells me that they don't quite understand the full extent of what makes these games popular, because they have patched out the ability to hit children while you're driving in cars, which is of course something I didn't even know that you could do, so I never even got a chance to play with that. But if hitting children is over the line for them, then there's absolutely no way they're going to have anything like male impreg or kidnapping or various other crimes or catastrophes that make this more entertaining. At least that's my process. Let me know what you think down in the comments, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out how my stream of Inzoi went, you can check it on this channel over in the live stream VODs section. I'll probably leave a link to it down in the description. But I will see you all later.